Welcome back to the AWDID. I'm your host, Pertis Williams. We're here at the We Believe Studios in Jackson, Mississippi. 1-800-492-5186 if you have anything media needed, whether it's commercials, videos, podcast, anything of that nature, give them a call. They'll be glad to help you guys out. Hey, today on the show, we're going to talk about the test we failed. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about inflation, where is inflation coming from, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I forgot that I actually know the answer to that question. And since nobody else seems to be mentioning it, let me tell you what it is. All right, so inflation. We had a test we failed. Here's the test. It was called COVID. I know you're wondering, how could that be a test? Well, the part of the test during COVID was the extra money. They funneled a lot of extra money into the communities. And here's the thing, your government, because of failed leadership, remember I said failed leadership, they never took the time to raise wages gradually. They never raised them gradually. So what we had was a lot of people receiving for the first time ever a check weekly in the amount that it probably should have been in the first damn place. It should have been right there in the first place. So you give that amount of money to someone who's normally bringing home $250, $300, and now they're bringing home $850, $1,200 in some states. That's going to run those people to the stores. They're going to run and buy things they couldn't afford originally. They're going to pay for things they normally couldn't pay for. So that's why we had a massive amount of fireworks bought. I'm sure y'all remember that. You had tons of Air Max everywhere. The Vapor Max sold out. The crab legs, someone reminded me of the other day, also sold out. And then you add in your toilet paper and your other personal items, and that's where we had what you call a rush to the stores by those people who normally had to wait to get those things. So they started to covet them. They started to store them up. So you had go by someone's house and they have a room full of toilet paper. You go by someone else's house, they have a freezer full of crab legs. See, you're taking people who are normally deprived of things and you're giving them an opportunity to buy them. That only happened in 2020. So that's where the prices started to rise, because your government seeing, oops, we've had people way more oppressed than we thought. We didn't know that they were that broke. So when we started giving out the $850 a week, we thought that was normal pay. That's what it should be. But they lost in Washington because they're being manipulated and puppeted by what do they call those people? What are those people called? Help me out, Area. What are them people who go in there and talk to the politicians and give them money and trips around the country in fancy jets? No, it's not the contributors. Those are it's going to come to me. But whatever those people are, the lobbyists, that's what they are. The lobbyists not informing your politicians of their true agenda, allowed your greedy politicians to not pay attention. But again, you're asking somebody who graduated on the grade curve to study. That's your politician. My mama went to Harvard, so you went to Harvard too? Your mama was a politician, so you're a politician too? My daddy, so here you are. And they're always recycling those friends and family in. So the lobbyists take advantage of that. They know those people are only in those positions because of their names and their connections. Not because they have good plans, not because they have good ideas, not because they are the best qualified person for the job. No, that's not how this country works. This country is based on how much money you have. That means how smart you are. How much stuff you have, you're successful. Our leadership is based on how well you can entertain us, which is stupid. But when you're living in a world filled with lift up entertainment, lift up stupidity, this is what you run into. So when they started passing out those checks to poor people, no one was educated enough to say they're going to buy everything. They're going to purchase things they didn't have, things they don't need. There were more parties going on because people were finally able to buy stuff. Now, had the government gradually raised wages, that shock and awe of the ability to purchase would have been less dramatic. We could have slowly increased wages over the past 20 years, and prices would have slowly increased also. People wouldn't rush to the store the first time to get a big check. They wouldn't rush to buy all the shoes and fireworks because they don't think we're ever going to have this opportunity again. And that's the reason why prices went up so fast, is because your government is trying to say, stop buying stuff. Stop buying. We're running out of stuff in the warehouses. So now they're trying to not even increase wages again. Some companies are doing it themselves. And that's the saddest part, because when you have mom and pop stores who need the gradual increase of wages, you have a big company, big corporation who can do it overnight because they have the profits, they have the CEOs make $1 million, $5, $6, $7 million. So raising the wages for their employees is a little easier. But the small business, without that gradual increase, are going out of business. They're losing employees to the companies who can pay $15, $20 an hour. I was down in a small town, Hazlehurst, Mississippi, the other day, and I found out that they have stores around town. Now I'm paying $15, $18, $20 an hour in Hazlehurst, Mississippi. So you tell me what small business can afford to compete with that? They really can't. So it's about company loyalty that they're dependent on, or even their family members to help out. So when we talk about Joe Biden or President Trump at the time, President Biden, President Trump, and I'm the person who's fighting for small business, well, that's a lie. It's no way you can fight for small businesses without gradually increasing wages over time. What you're doing is fighting to put small businesses out of business so that the corporations have more of a grip on the people. So if you're not looking at this from a standpoint of self, then you can see the standpoint of what's going to be left. And that is, we're all going to suffer with limited options and basically limited work areas. You're going to be forced into a few jobs for a few companies in order to just make a decent living. So that's what's happening to you with inflation. Inflation has nothing to do with the Fed raising the interest rates and trying to keep you from buying a house. No, that has nothing to do with that. The Fed is raising the interest rates to keep you from buying a house so that the corporations can buy the houses. Think about it, people. They don't work for you. They work for the corporation. So if the Fed raises the rates, you can't afford to buy a house, but a corporation can drop $400,000 on it. $300,000 immediately, buy them up, turning everybody into what? Renters. Exactly. So this is not the government for the people, by the people. This is the government for the corporation, by the corporation, sponsored by the corporation. So unless we, the people, get some sense, quit fighting each other about this black, white, Mexican, Chinese, I'm taller than you, fatter than you, skinnier than you. Hey, shut up. Sleeping with here in the bed. I'm over here fighting over here. You in the bed. You dress, got a man, got a dress on. And hey, how about this? Stupid ass people. Teachers, you're the only one we needed at school reading to the damn kids. That's it. We don't need nobody else from outside coming in to read to the kids. So that'll solve that problem. Now, can we stop fighting amongst each other so we can get something done for these children and their future? Because right now, no one's going to own a home in 20 years. Your asses are going to be renting. For real. No one's going to have anything substantial to leave to their children because you're going to have to leverage everything to pay for the increases that are coming. And people are talking about the dollar's going to go away and they trying to get rid of the dollar. Well, if you look at us as a world economy and not as I'm proud to be an American imbecile, and look at this as a world economy, when you have someone that is taking advantage of everyone they can so that they can take care of themselves, karma, you can call it karma, you can call it the law, you can call it whatever you want to, but things do come back. They don't come back overnight, but they do come back. So the same children we've neglected around the world, the same people we've punished and for no reasons thrown into poverty situations, hey, it appears it's coming back around. Now, there's a way to fix it, but that requires admitting we're wrong, admitting we did something wrong, and then taking the steps to fix it. It's kind of repentance. It's kind of like we're not going to repeat the stupid. We're not going to even try to justify the stupid. We're going to sit down, admit we're wrong, and come up with some plans to put things in motion to fix it. It's not that hard to do. You just have to stop being jerks. Now, I didn't get a time today, Miss Ariel, so I have no idea when we supposed to be going to commercials.
You can go ahead and go to break.
Go to break right now? Then we're going to go to break right now.
Looking for the hottest content in the city of Jackson and surrounding areas? Check out WeBelieveDigital.com. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We Believe Digital Podcast is here for all your podcasting needs.
Hey, have you heard about the Accountable Card? It's more than a card. It's a complete mobile banking service that's accountable to all of us. You'll get a no credit check debit card good anywhere Visa is accepted to make purchases, deposits, even get or transfer cash with an FDIC insured bank account managed from our smartphone app. There's even a pre-approved no interest line of credit if you need emergency cash. So why go to the bank when you can have ours in your pocket? Get accountable. Just download our app today.
Are you thinking of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Have you had your Earth Blend coffee today? At Earth Blend Coffee, we take pride in offering you the very best of beans across the world, blended and roasted to perfection, giving you superior quality and satisfying and flavorful taste. Experience the world in one cup with Earth Blend Coffee.
To order, visit earthblendcoffee.co now.
The Mississippi Link is an African-American female-owned newspaper with a trusted voice that is highly respected throughout the city, state, and nation. Our motto, Keepers of the Knowledge for People Who Speak the Truth, since 1993. Link significantly influences the thoughts, attitudes, and buying decisions of its readers. call us at 601-368-8481 for your advertising needs. If you would like to receive a newspaper in the mail each week, our annual subscription is only $52 per year. That is only $1 per week for you to stay informed regarding many stories that you can only get in the Mississippi Link. Sign up today at themississippilink.com and click on Home Delivery.
Looking for the hottest content in the city of Jackson and surrounding areas? Check out WeBelieveDigital.com. Also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We Believe Digital Podcast is here for all your podcasting needs.
Hey, have you heard about the Accountable Card? It's more than a card. It's a complete mobile banking service that's accountable to all of us. You'll get a no credit check debit card good anywhere Visa is accepted to make purchases, deposits, even get or transfer cash with an FDIC insured bank account managed from our smartphone app. There's even a pre-approved no interest line of credit if you need emergency cash. So why go to the bank when you can have ours in your pocket? Get accountable. Just download our app today.
Are you dreaming of becoming an entrepreneur, but you're not sure where or how to start? At Entrepreneurs Academy 101, our online program will guide you step by step on how to start and grow your own business. We offer courses such as how to write a business plan, how to create a budget, and so much more. Our online training program is designed for you to learn at your own pace, and there's no set order to complete this program. Because our academy is online, you have the choice to learn with a group, with friends, or individually. Upon completion of the entire curriculum, you will receive a certificate of achievement to acknowledge that you have completed the training needed to become a successful entrepreneur. So enroll today to design the life that you love. Contact your entrepreneur coach, Brenda Myers, at 601-672-0695 or visit our website at www.entrepreneursacademy101.com for more information.
Hey, welcome back to the Audit. I'm Pertis Williams, your host again here at the We Believe Studios, Jackson, Mississippi, 1-800-492-5186. Please give them a call if you need any type of media assistance. Don't forget, shooting videos, DVDs, LBs, I'm just playing, but podcasts, music videos, on location, off location, give them a call. And I did see this sitting on the table, and I just want to hold it up and let you know, hey, I don't tell anybody about anything, but I will tell you about this. Earth Blend coffee. It tastes like it's got coffee in it. For years, I've been here looking for good coffee, and I finally found it. And they roast it here in Jackson, so that may have something to do with it. The kind of the freshness from the getting it. It's not shipped. It's here. So if you're local, you definitely need to switch up. But hey, back for part 2 of inflation. I think I kind of touched base on everything I wanted to discuss about inflation. I can start repeating stuff so you can understand it better. But I think you got to just go back and listen to that first half. We are being manipulated, basically. The inflation is really because we failed a test. That test was, here's some extra money during COVID. And we didn't save it. We went out and spent it. So that drove up prices to keep you from buying. Stop buying because we're running out of stuff. So when those checks stopped, your habits really didn't stop. The people who had still kept going to get. The people who didn't have, well, that might have a lot to do with what we're seeing when it comes to these riotly breaking ins and enterings and takings and running out of there. Some people just need stuff and they want stuff, and that obsession with stuff is what is going to be the Achilles heel to us, people. We have to start repairing things. I'm looking at 3 cameras right now, and I'm wondering, who do we know that can fix one if we dropped it? Probably nobody. We probably have to say, you know what, it broke and we have to take it and get a new one. And that's going to add another layer to what we call the trash heap. So we're digging things out the ground, bringing them to the surface, making something with them, and then we're throwing them away right back on top of the ground or in the ocean, and we're calling those used items trash. Instead of taking those items, trying to recycle them or even repair them, we're leaving the next generation a gang of trash and telling them, you know, pull your bootstraps up and deal with that. So we're kind of the worst in human history of what do you call we're going to be the worst ancestors ever mentioned, probably, if we don't turn around and get our stuff together. We have to make a change for these children. We can't do it for ourselves. We might not ever live to see the clean water again. Hold on, let me take that back. I'm going to take that back. And I'm going to take that back because I remembered a conversation we were having 2021 when we were still under lockdown, and people started talking about how the fish are coming back to the channels, the canals. They haven't seen whales around the San Francisco Bridge in years. They hadn't seen fish in these rivers in a long time. And it had a lot to do with humans not overpopulating or overusing these water surfaces and these canals and rivers. So when we stepped back, nature came back. And then as soon as we could, we were fighting to get back to normal. Let's hurry up and get back to normal. I can't stay in this house. I can't play these video games that y'all love so much. Please quit playing them. I can't stay in the house. I need to get out. And all we did was run back out into the world and ran all the animals back off and forgot how nice it was seeing them come back. We forgot. In a year and a half, we forgot. Already lost. Already forgot that all those animals were coming back just by us being in the house for a short amount of time. So just imagine if we took some time to cut back. Just cut back. Instead of going out every weekend, how about you go out 2 weekends in the month? Just cut back some. Start out with a cutback. How about instead of you buying 4 pair of shoes this month, buy 2 pair. Just cut back some. Instead of you going out and buying everything you can get in a basket, buy what you need for this week. Just cut back a little bit. And let's see if that can make a difference and bring some of nature back into the water. Let's not go boating every weekend. Go twice a month. You know, let's try to cut back so maybe the future won't be so hard to deal with. But we definitely need to start taking advantage of all these empty spaces around the cities. Instead of going further out into nature, cutting down trees, how about we come back into the cities and start doing some remodeling? It's time to start rebuilding what you've already broken. Start to clean up the mess you've already made. I was happy to see that Jackson has taken the initiative to utilize some of the persons that have been incarcerated for minor offenses and giving them an opportunity to get out of the jail for a little while, but also contribute to the cleaning up of the city. So I think that's a good idea, and I hope that they're doing it under a strong managed type of way so that we don't have any bad feedback come from that. I think that's a good idea. However, I do always concern myself when I see that our inmates are being used for labor. I always have a concern that this is a free way to implement free labor. So always having to watch that, you know. We don't want that situation to get out of hand. However, I think it is a good idea right now, although my plan would be to take those prisoners, let them serve their time, and think about what they've done under supervision of therapy and counselors. But I would like to take a different look at cleaning up the city. And I would say we have abandoned apartments, we have abandoned houses, abandoned factories. How about if we take those and structure them in such a way that we can bring mental health into those facilities and take our homeless people off of the streets, put them in those communities, and upon time, use them, pay them, not use them, but pay them to help clean up the city. That's a way to create jobs out of no jobs. So you're taking the people who've already, a lot of them ex-military, and we're helping remodel a city, and we're cleaning up at the same time. So let's use our resources wisely and our people. How about we don't use them, but utilize? I'll see you next week.